We can take one name off the trade list, and I have taken him off the 2-on-1 podcast big board. I don't have the energy to do the whole name, Daniel. I won't lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Toews, it seems to be suffering long term from COVID issues. We know he had it before, missed significant time. He won't be traded. Sorry if I just repeated myself here, Daniel. Um, Jonathan Toews, I meant to say Patrick Kane there. I'm a mess. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Patrick Kane is still up in the air. We'll talk about him in a second here. Your immediate reaction to Jonathan Toews not being traded, and as his future as a player, we don't know.
Yeah, I think it kind of was confirmed when that he was out for that season, not knowing what was going on. We had speculation about long COVID, about how he was suffering from that, and we got the confirmation now, and all I can really say is I wish him the best. I know that we were gauging value of where he's at in his career, whether or not there's going to be a Winnipeg Jets uh, offer there. He goes back to Manitoba, but nah, I don't know. Just want to just really wish him the best. It's just an odd season for Chicago in a way, and it's just that guy, Jonathan Toews, that just like that last piece of what was Blackhawks before and seeing what they are now. I think things do get accelerated a lot more now. Now that he may not play, he may not come back next year.
Well, we can't say Jonathan Toews without mentioning Patrick Kane. So, right after, a couple of days after, the Blackhawks get their, chest caved in by the Leafs in the most lopsided game apparently in like betting history or something. Um, the O'Reilly trade happens. We covered that. Since then, though, the Hawks did play the Leafs yet again, and Patrick Kane put the team on his back, scored a hat trick against the Leafs. Afterwards, made a point to say that him going to Toronto wasn't something that was going to happen, denying the reports.
That was there
This
for
one,
a year. Remember that?
I,
That was there for over like a year. We kept hearing that.
yeah. Did you know that him and Austin Matthews want to play together?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Especially when that week leading up to the O'Reilly trade, I feel like Toronto media was really, really. I can tell you how many times I saw on Twitter or YouTube thumbnails from Sportsnet and TSN saying should Patrick Kane be elite. That was an alarm. See, I mean, that was Alex's. I hear it all the way, even though he's working right now. That was
Mm-hmm.
his alarm, not mine.
Okay. All the
Um,
way from U of T right now.
yeah, come on now. I hope he's not standing on a box to look as tall as the guy next to him in the broadcast booth. I know he's not doing broadcasts. So, I had to get that dig in there. Where was I? Patrick Kane. Yeah. It's funny that mentioned that. But this was stuff coming out, and Friedman said this, and Emily Kaplan have said this. The team's apparently right now interested in Patrick Kane. The Carolina Hurricanes,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. The Dallas Stars, even though apparently that may have been shot down by Taves, I saw somewhere. Vegas, who just put Mark Stone on LTIR, and the Oilers. Now, two notes I want to mention here, Daniel. Obviously, Vegas earlier today moved the Shea Weber contract for Dyson Mayo. That clears up a lot of cap stuff for the future. A lot of stuff was being made. Cap Friendly on Twitter had a really good breakdown of it for anyone who wants to go see it. And actually tying also to Carolina, Tom Dunn was actually on Daily Faceoff, talking to Frank Saravelli, saying that right now the Hurricanes are leaning more on the aggressive side than ever. We know about Timo Meyer, but maybe if they don't want to pay that big of a price, Patrick Kane is a rental. Maybe.
Yeah. We never really seen a Carolina trade that, like, for me, they're a team that has always been so strategic
Mhm.
with the moves they make that I've never really seen them do this type of quote unquote rental going all in type of move. And we mentioned it before the playoffs last year, that when is it going to be the year that we see this core that is more or less one of the most complete teams in the league finally make that long run? So I can see it. Like, can they finally beat Boston? Like, that's one thing too.
You can say that about so many teams in the
Yeah.
Eastern Conference too. They are just the Bruins are such demons to everyone, and it's the funniest thing ever. Listen, I think Kane, for some reason, my head's really telling me Vegas now. Just because it just feels funny. It just feels so on brand for Vegas to go out and get him.
Yeah.
And then
Like a hired gun. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
it's just
exactly.
that feel. It's like the mercenary feel, but to the way Vegas is like, Mark Stone's gone. Now let's get Patrick Kane. But I think maybe it's just my thing, but his personality fits Vegas a lot more in a way. Like, and strangely, Phil Kessel has as well, because it's just Phil Kessel, and then why not go to Vegas?